Hello and welcome to Matthew Stein Golf. This is Matthew Stein, PGA golf professional at the Haven Country Club, and today I want to talk to you about the grip. More times than not, what happens in the golf swing is a proponent of what happens in our setup. So one of the most important things that we can do correctly is start with a good setup. And with a good setup, I think of our hands being connected to the club by way of our grip. So the grip is a key fundamental in understanding how the club face returns back to square, and it determines our start line more times than not, and it also allows us to freely release the golf club. More times than not, I see most of my members and golfers who I teach and clients that I have struggle with the ball going to the right for a right-handed golfer. The ball starting to the right and going to the right. More times than not, I see just a improper grip, an improper hold on the golf club to start with, which hinders their ability to square up the club face at impact. So one thing I want to do is take you through a quick little drill with your grip and a grip check to see if your grip is strong enough to give you enough power to give you to be able to maximize the amount of club head speed you have through impact, and it allows you to square up the club face. So take your club, for you right-handed golfers, take your club in your lead hand and your left hand and just put it down by your side. And one way you do it is just go ahead and take your grip, or just let your hands fall right to your side, and then go ahead and grab with your fingers first, then go ahead and wrap your hand around on top of the club, and then go ahead and do this test. If you can go ahead and do this, then you have a pretty good grip to start with. Without lifting your arms, go ahead and cock the club straight up right from hinging from your wrist. And let's see if you can get to 90 degrees. If you can get to 90 degrees, you have a pretty good set on the grip there. What this is going to allow you to do is it's going to allow you to properly put the club on plane. It's going to properly hinge the club. And it's going to also enable you to maximize the amount of lag in your golf swing and maximize power ultimately. So one of the key things is being able to hinge the club properly without the club getting too open on the downswing and open at impact. So players with a weak grip, where their thumb sits a little bit more on top, their V is pointing more towards their chin or even to this way, their hands are sitting a little bit more off to the side. If you have a weak grip, the first thing you're going to notice is that when you do this test, it's going to be hard for you to hinge the golf club from this position with your hands on the club this way. So if I tried to do this right now, I could almost only get to about right there before I start almost cramping up. It's hard for me to bend my wrists that way. So what you want to do is you want to be able to position the club in your fingers, get the club a little bit more down in the fingers, and then get this heel pad a little bit more on top, so that way when you set the club in your fingers like this by your side, you can go ahead and fully hinge the club. Try this drill and this setup check, and I think your grip will get a lot better, and you'll be able to square up that club face through impact and play a little better golf. Thank you. I'm Matthew Stein, PGA golf professional. We'll see you.